Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Sunday drive.
So first we should talk about why I'm dressed the way I'm dressed.
Okay.
But I started talking and you're like, here he goes again. Okay, I'll just quickly point out, I'm wearing my Orlando City jersey. But it's an older jersey. It's not the one they currently wear, but it's the one I currently have. They are in the U.S. Open Cup.
That is pretty
So
cool.
as we're taping this, we're airing this on a Sunday I think it's Tuesday night. It might be Tuesday night, might be Wednesday night. But they play against Sacramento in the finals of the U.S. Open Cup, which is the U.S. Open Cup, as you know, is kind of a big deal.
Of course.
So it's the sort of the United States equivalent of the FA Cup, where basically like any team can enter. Many teams can enter. Lower leagues and everything, plus MLS teams and all that. And so we are in the final.
It's pretty awesome.
For the first time, maybe not the first time ever, but we definitely got a lucky draw where we drew to be home the whole time. So lots of games at home. So as they say at Exploria Stadium, let's go Orlando. Tonight we have to win. Except they say it in Spanish, which is way better. I was like, what a crappy cheer. When they say, Vamos Orlando, esta noche tenemos a ganar. That's the thing. Okay, so we're going to Dreamfinders communities today.
We are.
So we're pulling up by Lakeside at Hamlin, which is going to be on our right, but what's on our left?
Well, so yes, we've referenced this one many times, so we want to point that out. But over here across the street, we're going to have their Silverleaf section, which they actually have changed the name. So even though it is in Silverleaf, this one is, is it Hamlin?
Hamlin Ridge.
It's a Hamlin Reserve. By the way, builders, you have got to come up with some different names.
I mean, we got enough ridges.
We've got enough ridges and enclaves and coves and
Now,
stuff.
Also, we passed the sign for Parkview at Hamlin, which is over here. By the way, that's what we're doing. There's 4 new Dreamfinders communities. We're going to go to all of them today. So these hit fast.
Right, boom, boom.
So Hamlin Ridge
and Parkview at Hamlin.
Yes, which we're turning right up here. So
So the Parkview at Hamlin, though, are townhomes.
But
there are going to be some balconies on the rooftop so that you have views of the fireworks from Disney, which is right over there. Type townhomes.
Yeah. So as you're looking out the right side window here, that's where the fireworks are. So they're in the sky, literally right there.
Right.
So I mean, that's going to be spectacular. So if you are a Disney-phile, as you know, in the classic Latin or Greek or something, that's lover of Disney. So that'll be down there. So where you see the open space, kind of down the hill, though, I think.
And those houses, that community over there is Lakeside at Hamlin. That is a Dreamfinders community. One of those that pre-sold back in the Cuckoo Crazy waiting list. A lot of those homes, I've got some clients finally, after over a year, having their pre-construction meeting this coming week. Finally happening. But yeah, so there's several different Dreamfinders communities that we're just going to kind of reference because they're all kind of new, and we've referenced one of them before, but it's been a long time since there's been any updates. So let's review those again. So in the Silverleaf section, around there, it's going to have no reference to Silverleaf necessarily. It was going to, but they changed the name, and so now that is the one that is Hamlin Ridge Dreamfinders. And it's most of these communities are going to have the same series homes. To our understanding, remember, I don't work for the builder, and so I only know these things by what I've been told from the people who do work for the builder.
Military House, by the way, coming right along.
Oh, I know, right? It is so close. Hamlin Ridge Dreamfinders over in the Silverleaf section, which is essentially across the street from Lakeside at Hamlin. Attached, and I don't know if it's attached via the same roads, but probably so.
Yeah.
The Parkview at Hamlin, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Parkview at Hamlin is going to be their townhome series, which is going to be very interesting because I've yet to see any townhomes by Dreamfinders.
Yeah.
They have had their bungalows, the rear entry garage style homes. They have had those.
Yep.
So those are something that they have in a couple of the communities, but the townhouses will be new. And then we actually, just so you know, the road that we were on was New Independence. Now we're on the road that is taking us through the Hamlin shopping area. Again, we've referenced this many times.
Top Stroke going to be on our left from Tiger Woods. Big bouncy house place, or not bouncy house, trampoline park place there. Overture, a 55-plus apartment community on the right.
Right.
The Cove at Hamlin.
And all of this is stuff that you probably know this very well because we have referenced this many times.
Many of you may be joining us for the first time.
You could be. But there's a lot of new shops that are now in these buildings that that were
Not
just
there,
it
yeah.
was just commercial, like vacant shells
Yeah.
for a while, and now there's actually homes there. But yeah, so you're exactly right. So we've got the Cove at Hamlin, Overlook at Hamlin.
It's just a lot of Hamlins.
Yeah, you've got Sanctuary at Hamlin.
I'm not going to play the Hamlin song every time we say Hamlin, because then it would be like...
It would just be
Hamlin,
over and over
Hamlin,
again.
Hamlin, 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 Hamlin.
Hamlin Reserve, Ashton Woods.
Hamlin. Sorry.
Hamlin Reserve, Ashton Woods, Sanctuary at Hamlin, Dreamfinders, originally one of the first communities, and then, of course, the Taylor Morrison communities that are over there. All of these, by the way, are nothing but resale at this point. They're all long since closed out. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the end of this road, and then right in front of us is going to be the sign for the one that we've referenced before that's kind of at the corner of Reams Road.
Yeah.
You're just going to come right on out.
Boom, they're like, whatever.
You are.
They look like they're in a hurry, too. That was like a scene from like one of those Italian Job movies where they come out in the car chase. Let's run them down. Let's catch them. Summer Lake coming up on the left.
Yep.
The OG of this area.
Yes, absolutely.
So I took a calculated risk here that when we go back down Sidell to go to the other community, that the sun was going to be behind the clouds, and now it's going to be in our face, and I blew it. But that's okay. We took a shot.
So do you want me to, just for clarification purposes, do you want me to turn on Sidell and just kind of point that it's there? Because otherwise I have to go right or left and then turn around.
No, because you got to go straight to get to where it is. So then just go down and turn around, I guess. Just go to where it is, take a left, go to Independence and turn around and then come back. We haven't been to Independence a long time. We don't go through Independence, but we'll trust.
Back that way.
Huh?
No, you mean over here?
Yeah, up there.
Oh, okay.
Trust.
Okay. I got you.
So Summer Lake Groves, lots of houses over there named after birds. So while we're getting there, we had a discussion today about prices. People are very interested in pricing and where things are. And I think we had an interesting situation that happened with someone calling on a listing that we have, which is priced aggressively. I would not say it's overpriced, but it's aggressively priced. Yeah. And they were
high end of reality.
Yeah, and they were. Yeah, but it's in reality.
But it's in reality.
But they were calling to basically say, would you accept
a
considerably lower offer? And the comment. So the buyer was in the background. What did they say?
Well, yeah, and again, this is my assumption. So I had reached out to the realtor, had asked if they could provide some feedback from my client. Very nice. They called me right away, had great feedback, which I really appreciated very much. Said the clients really liked the home, but, they felt, the interest rates are up now, so, the price of the home should come down. And I was like, no, the interest rates are going up, which means a buyer may have limited or challenging buying power, but that doesn't mean that the value of the home is now devalued. Right. Now, it can affect the buyer pool that's out there for sure.
Which then can affect the price, but it's not a one-to-one like, you have to I'm going to give you less for your house because it's I can't afford it at its current price.
And that's not a valid reason for us to discount the home like that. So I think that's important because this was the realtor saying this. The other person I could hear chiming in the background, and it's like, but when interest rates go up, does not necessarily give you a free pass to start lowballing. Well, and that's not what's happening.
We always say when things were in the crazy time. And by the way, we're sort of getting to the point where we're like, okay, we're in a period of time. We're in a period of time right now where prices are at least flat. Maybe creeping down a little bit because of incentive from builders and things, which are kind of hidden price lowerings. Yes. But we used to say on the buyer side, looking for appraisal, we're like, well, a home, on the seller side, a home is worth whatever someone is willing to pay for it. Right. Now we're sort of in getting to the other time, which is a home is also worth whatever someone is willing to sell it for.
Exactly.
So if they're not willing to come down to your lowball price, that doesn't mean the home is worth that. It means we're having a discussion about what it's worth. Right. So it is worth that if they'll lower the price of that. So in front of us.
Yes, let's talk about what's in front of us. So we are at the corner of Reams Road, right here through Hamlin, right?
Yes.
So right in front of us, if you can see it, maybe not, but there's been that Dreamfinders sign that's been there a while. We've talked about it when there was nothing happening. But if you start to look, you can see that we used to joke about taking the machete back there.
Yeah, well, they have taken the machete.
They have taken, and they are clearing.
They are
clearing and working out. And What?
I'm drum rolling for you because there's no name for the community on that sign, but you have the name.
I do. It's Palms at Windermere.
You kind of killed my drum roll thing. That was a whole drum thigh. I was building it up, and it was going to be like this big crescendo, and then you were going to give the name. So do it again.
Palms at Windermere.
Thank you. There it is.
So this is a great new community. Again, same kind of home series, nice location. So you're right here, kind of the line of Windermere, Winter Garden. That's kind of the little traffic signal that seems to make that change. What I'm going to do up here though is I am going to kind of loop it around and make it U so that we can go back by it, and then we will head down to the other Dreamfinders community that we were going to reference as well.
So that sign's been there a while, 2 years, right? Long time. And in talking to our friend from Dreamfinder Homes,
Miss Larissa.
Yes, Larissa, thank you for the info and the scoop. But it's going to be a while. Back there too.
It's still going to be a while. Exactly.
You can see back there. You may have seen it in a flash, but it's a lot of that water. A lot of that water is wet.
Wow.
Yes, a lot of that. Yeah, no,
Nice.
a lot of that land back there is wet, which slows you down on the infrastructure piece because there's pieces of conservation area that you can't build through. You got to go around. Mm-hmm. There's drainage issues. There's all kinds of stuff you got to deal with. I believe that is the piece of property that for a while there was some discussion about it was going to be more homes, and now I don't think it's going to be that many homes. I don't think it's going to be a huge community back there because people kind of argued about it, and the residents, rightly so. Talk about their concern was traffic. Talk about that little area for traffic.
Well, that is definitely... Well, first of all, the fact that they have a traffic signal there has,
helped.
Really, really helped substantially. But that has been a very busy and dangerous intersection for quite a while. Even though it's not a four-way intersection, it's just three. But you've got people that are, turning right, that are trying to go straight, other people that are coming at you. And without that light or that signal, it was very difficult. Lots of accidents happen there. But this is a great location. Right back behind us, if we were to continue in the direction that we just did a U-turn in, Windermere High School would be up there on your right, just to kind of give you that perception of where we are. Yeah. So we're very close to Windermere High School, but we're also just past Horizon High School, which is in Winter Garden. So
Windermere High School is
Winter Garden.
It's kind of in Winter Garden.
It's right there.
Yeah, right there together.
Right there.
But
is that a thing? Right
there. I wonder if they'll put the entrance to the community. They've got land back there. I wonder if they'll bring it up here to sort of make, because this is kind of a weird triangulated nightmare when it's.
But if you think about Windsea Groves, it's right there at the Independence thing. So at least if there's a traffic signal there,
that helps.
Then it's a little bit better to get in and out. I mean, I would prefer to get in and out of the community.
I guess it'll just make it a four-way stop, which actually might help.
Right. So again, that's perspective. Since we did a turn, this is over here on the left. We just passed one sign, but at this stoplight. Again, if we were to continue straight, we're heading to Windermere, which means that Legato and Mattamy Homes community in Windermere Isle, which is a Beaster community, both of which are sold out, would be, if we went straight through this stoplight, those would both be on the right. And then, of course, Disney cast member parking is back over there. But on the left, right here at the stoplight is where we're talking about the new Palms at Windermere, the Dreamfinders community. And then, again, we're going to kind of go to the right here because we're going to turn down Slidell, take a left on Avalon, and we're going to head down to the Ovation Village, correct?
Yes. We are, and let me give you a little insight into Orange County and specifically Winter Garden, Windermere, and it leads me to a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
You're not really supposed to put all these signs on the road, for fencing, whatever. And we used to do open houses and things, and sometimes they would. Dangerous, by the way. Sometimes they would come through Winter Garden. In the corporate limits of the city of Winter Garden, they'd come through and take our open house signs, which are quite expensive. Yeah. Because they're you're not supposed to put them out there. Yeah. That enforcement seems to have. It's certainly not as prevalent in unincorporated Orange County.
Yes, you'll see lots and lots of signs.
So lots of signs. I mean, and open house signs, fine. I mean, as realtors, that's important to direct you where you're going. There are some brokerages and things that will put out 55 signs, because they teach you to do that, by the way. Put out as many signs as you can, because it gets people's attention. But this is my pet peeve. So one of the things you may be seeing is a lot of political signs. Well, we just had the primaries, and totally fine, good, all good. Right. Political signs, good. And some of those people won their elections, so leave the sign up, because there's another election coming up and this is not a political thing that one party or another. This is every politician. Yeah. If you lost, pick up your signs. I know that it hurts. Pick up your signs.
Well,
or have someone pick them up.
I know. It's not like the same rules for everyone, it feels like. It's like, for Realtor, like, again, back where we were, I would put up and by the way, I would put out an open house sign.
Right.
Just like, 15 minutes before the open house. It would take it down when the open house is over. But you would notice that sometimes you'd be done with your open house and somebody, Winter Garden would have picked up the signs. Yet, there's nothing with these other ones. They just sit there forever and ever. Anyway,
I just had a memory of, the brother of a friend of mine. This is in Virginia, and the guy was actually a developer. Oh, by the way, so this is Mazzano up here, townhomes, coming soon.
Park Square.
So our friend Allison sent you an email just now about more information on that. Anyway, so he was a developer. This is the brother of a friend of mine, and you know him. He lost his. He ran for.
Sir.
I don't know if he ran for Congress or city commissioner or something.
This is my name. All right, I'm going to pass you.
Yes, it's fine. But I didn't have anything for him, against him, anything. But he lost his election, and it's not funny, but it just shows you like why you don't want to go pick up your signs. But he was out in his pickup truck picking up his signs, but he was picking them up and just slamming them into the back of his truck. And I was like, I felt bad for him, but at the same time, it's still a thing that like tickles me in my head, because I was like, I know you lost, but it's going to be okay.
But this is not a political statement.
No,
I'm just saying, politicians,
pick up your signs. No matter what party you're with, or independent, whatever, doesn't matter.
Win or lose, eventually, make sure you're responsible for picking them up. Anyway, moving on. So we are down Sidell Road again. This is you might already know some of this with us if you've watched a lot. If not, again, we've got Watermark. Well, actually, did we just pass Watermark?
No, Watermark was on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Latham Park, which is an Ashton Woods community.
Yes.
Watermark over here, but no, that was Watermark back up there. Anyway,
it
wasn't.
There's Watermark right there.
Watermark. Okay, there it is. So Latham
Yeah.
Park, Watermark Phase 1, Watermark Phase 2. There's more Watermarks. That's a Meritage community, by the way.
Yes. They were out here, by the way, they've got a bunch of crosswalks here now, and there's a 4-way stop up here. Speaking of not traffic lights.
Yes.
They were out here, the sheriff's department was out here with some local, like, county commissioners and things, like, studying that people just are not stopping for people in crosswalks. So let's work on that, everyone together.
And we're going to do this on another Sunday drive, but
okay, what are we going to do?
We're going to do the school thing.
Oh, yeah. So, no, that's going to be one of our future Sunday drives. Mm-hmm. We're going to do, in fact, it might be this coming week or maybe the next week. We're going to do the parent drop-off.
Hiring, by the way. Huey Magoo's hiring.
Our son-in-law loves Huey. If we text him,
what do you want to eat?
And he's like, Huey. But it's good. It's good.
We just had it yesterday.
It's good. It's not like 4 nights a week. So, anyway. So we're going to do a parent pickup Sunday drive. We're going to show you what it's like at parent pickup. Mm-hmm. And the short answer is insanity. Dogs and cats living together, it's crazy. That's a movie line. Anyway, so the 4-way stop coming up. But then, can I tease my next? Well, let me tease coffee time Mondays at 9 a.m.
Okay. Here's our 4-way stop. You can see that they've got the new signs with the flags.
Yeah, and Panther Lake Elementary School. By the way, so disappointed. You know what their mascot is?
What?
The Panthers. They're the Panther Lake Panthers.
Oh, come on.
Cubs.
Some creativity there.
Panther Cub. They're little, so they could have been the Cubs. Anyway, whatever it did, I believe they are the Panther Lake Panthers. Horizon Hawks up here on the left. Anyway, so coffee time. Don't forget Monday. But I'm going to so we're going to do our next 2 Sunday drives. One's going to be parent pickup to show you just how insane it is. Like, people show up for kids that are getting out of school at 3:30. They show up at 1:30 to line up. It's crazy, and we love our kids too. But it's crazy.
There's got to be a better way.
So by the way, Horizons High School, also Winter Springs Middle School, they're also there at the moment because their school is being built.
Right.
But then we're going to do parent pickup. But we're also going to do Moving Out, and it's a musical.
Billy Joel style.
It's Billy Joel style. So we're going to go through characters in Billy Joel songs and talk to you about what advice you would have for them. Right. I'm very proud of this idea.
It's a very good idea. I know.
So
no one can pull it off.
So we'll tease it. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for Sunday. I'm just saying that's the first one.
Stop.
No, you're not going to answer it now. I'm just saying it's called a tease.
I understand.
You should know all about that. Okay, anyway. So, what did you say?
I said help me.
Oh, there's no help. There's no helping you. Anyway, so we're turning now on Avalon Road, so we're going toward Ovation, and the final of our 4 Dreamfinders. I feel like the first 2 we were like bang bang. There's the 2
I know, we
Dreamfinders
kind of like
communities.
zoomed past them, but you know.
But by the way, the politicians that you just saw there, all good. Everybody won their primary, so we're all set in the corner of Side Hill. And also cows, just randomly.
Moo.
Hi, cows.
Moo.
That's by the way, I love that about here, and it's something that's kind of going away a little bit.
But don't you wonder, like, where do they actually live? Are they just like stuck there in the middle?
Yeah,
of
maybe they drop them
construction?
off to graze. I don't know, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they just leave them there, so they're cows. They're self-contained.
Oh, they need somebody to take care of them.
Well, they got grass and well, sure, but the I love that in Winter Garden. Like, there's just these patches of land that someone still owns, and they're like, nope, I'm not giving it up because I got 9 cows and they're going to live on the thing.
Goats, and they're just going to sit
Love
up
it.
there.
Love it.
So yes,
Waterley beside us.
Yep. So we are heading to the Ovation Village again. We've talked a lot about this. Couple things. The Del Webb community out there. Again, they're pouring foundation for those first homes.
Yep.
Things are getting well under construction there. Their model will be opening very soon. Very, very soon.
And we're going to take you through a coffee time, by the way. We're going to take you through there just to show you what's going, just a video that's going on. That's Publix, by the way.
Yep. So nice new Publix here at the entrance of Waterley, kind of at the corner of Flamingo Crossing and Avalon. What's wrong?
Well, just Waterley Phase 4 goes. I just saw the cranes that are at Water Spring Middle being built. I'm like, it's way back there.
Back there.
Crazy. I didn't really make the point of why I wanted to do this drive.
Okay.
The fact that we could go to 4 with the same builder,
who already has 3 communities here that are closed out.
Just to so we've been talking for a long time about, are we getting to the point now here in Horizon West, which is the area we're in? Is Horizon West now getting to be built out? Like, are we there? And business-wise, as realtors, we sort of made some plans. Like, okay, well, we should maybe shift a little bit because, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, this one. So, I mean, we're not done yet, is the point. Now, how that's going to affect, people right now seem to be very, very concerned and interested in pricing. And, of course, that will add more inventory, which is good because we're still short on inventory. So even though we're like, okay, well, prices are stabilizing because the demand is not as high, we still don't have enough housing around here. So it's good to add to the inventory. So will that affect prices? Probably a little bit, but it's going to be a sneaky effect on pricing because how do the builders do it? Like, how do you get a price? Like, builders never reduce the base price.
They're going to up their incentives. You know, for instance, a lot of the builders are doing $25,000 flex cash right now.
Right.
Flex cash is not typically then tied into their lender, so it gives you basically $25,000 to divide however you want. Some towards closing costs, some off the lot premium, some toward the design center. Before we go into that, I just want to give a little reference. Over here to our left is Winding Bay.
Yep.
Winding Bay has KF Canadian, who is sold out already, but they also have Rockwell Homes, which is we're coming up to here. They are still building, but my friends, I have a beautiful new listing in there.
You do. It's
priced
lovely.
extremely well.
Yep.
Fenced-in backyard, very nice, and we're gonna maybe talk about that on Coffee Time.
Of course.
But I can definitely tell you that if you are looking in this area, that is another new beautiful listing that just went active, I think, on Thursday. So.
Yep. And we just crossing out of Winding Bay now and into Ovation. All of these are villages in Horizon West.
Del Webb Oasis Sales Center.
Yep, not the actual thing.
Until they have their model home, they're just renting out that commercial space.
And so now we are in Ovation because Encore Ovation is up here on the right, which is an MI Homes community. Tell me about that one.
Just Encore Ovation, MI Homes community, you said it. Phase 1 is kind of complete. Phase 2 is opening up. They've got some townhomes that they just released. So again, if you're looking in this area, honestly, there's so much coming.
Yeah,
there's
and
so much.
At this light, if you take a left, where do you go?
Western Way, we're at Disney.
Disney World, straight on till morning.
Yep.
If you take a right,
you're in front of
where do you
Encore
go in
Ovation.
2025, 2026?
You will go into the Serenoa and Sawgrass Bay area
of Claremont.
That will take you straight to 27.
Again, if you we try to assume that you haven't seen every Sunday Drive, so and I think it's a fair assumption.
I don't know why you would watch all of them.
But right.
Some people do.
Yeah, which we appreciate very much. So Orange Groves, which this is all going to be residential.
This will all be developed, and I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I cut you off.
No, that was it. I was done.
Yeah, the Ovation Village, especially the MI section, in the very beginning, we've said it before, it always felt to be a little bit disconnected from Horizon West.
Yes.
Right? But not as much,
so much anymore.
Things are filling in. All of this is going to be filling in. Yes. So over here on our right, you're going to eventually see the new Dreamfinders sign, and this is going to be.
And this is pretty much it over here.
Ovation,
so I mean, you're looking at it now out the right. And by the way, look at those Orange Groves. Those trees are not producing.
No, they're not. But here's the sign. So look over here. Coming soon again.
Serenade at Ovation.
Serenade. It's not Serenity.
Oh, sorry.
I'm thinking of Serenity, one of my favorite moments. So
That's
Serenade.
true. Serenade
okay,
at
well,
Ovation.
that's better.
Sorry.
I can remember Serenade because I was like.
And so you can take a left here if you want, and we'll wrap things up.
Yeah, sure.
But tune into Coffee Time. We'll take you actually through here to kind of show you what's going on.
Yeah. So this is, going over here. Then we have our Highland Ridge with Meritage.
And straight down that way, you then get out of Horizon West, like not too far from there.
But you know what?
But
since this goes through now.
This road goes all the way through.
Are you open to us when we're finished going to the Tiny Target so I can get more coffee?
Of course,
creamer?
yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, so let's wrap it up. One quick thing. So the Meritage community that's down here is called
Heritage, Highland Ridge.
Highland Ridge, but Hamlin Ridge is the other one.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop with the ridging. That's all. So,
and then you think about the canyons at Highland Ranch, which is out in Claremont,
and then Osprey Ranch is here.
Ranch.
So ranches on ridges. No more.
Ridges on ridges. Ridges on ranches.
Raindrops and roses.
All right, guys. Again, when these models are officially open, you are going to have video tours of them. Until then, we're just going to drive past them.
But we can drive this road all the way through now, which is new. Thanks to our friends, the Groupers, who told us that. We're going to go see. Highland Ridge now selling. Wrap it up.
All right, guys. Thank you again for watching. Please stay safe. Stay well. Remember, we love you. Happy house hunting.